Was it last time that I had galactophagus? Because this time I was going to use nosegay, but then I'm like, I just can't get that thing going. I know.
Are you a nose top or are you a nose bottom?
Nose power bottom.
Nose power bottom.
Oh, man.
My nose is the Q in LGBTQ.
Well, you're attracted to the nose of the same sex, not really anything else and stuff like that, but I'm not gay, I'm just nose gay.
Welcome to Rango, the game show where dictionary definitions produce knowledge and comedy. 4 words enter, 1 word leaves, and is crowned champion. Our steely nerve competitioners, a writer, another writer, a voice actor, and that other guy. And now it's gloves off and set your dictionaries to fun. It's time for Word Rango. Here's your host, Mike Suskitek.
Well, welcome to Word Rango. My name is Mike Suzak. This comedy, we're a podcast that we have words, and we give you guys definitions and sentences, and it's really funny. And I'm joined this week by Bob Ball.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of ass. Wait. No.
Dave Hinkle. Ryan Lewis.
I'm just not on board with anything that's going on right now. I just...
this is a very kind of cocksure podcast. Like, what's up with this whole...
I don't know. I followed Bob's lead, and I should know by now that's a bad decision.
Yeah.
He's only going to lead you into the forest to kill you.
Yeah, that's actually what
Hey, other lemmings, look at this cliff. It looks delicious. Let's eat it.
How do you eat a cliff? A Cliff Bar?
No, a glyph, like GLYF, like...
I see, maybe that's what lemmings really think the whole time, is that they're going to go see Cliff from Cheers. They're like, hey, if we go over here, oh my God, he's famous. Let's go, guys.
I'd walk off a cliff for Cliff.
I know.
Or Norm, or whatever.
Norm. Well, Cliff probably.
Either one, probably. Yeah.
Toy Story movies.
Yeah, he does all those. Oh, yeah. He's got that weird thing he does.
I'm a pig. Hey,
I'm a pig. Oh, it's Woody. I don't know. Nobody can do his voice. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
There's a snake in my boot.
What's it, John Ratzenberger or something?
No, it's just Cliff.
Oh, okay. We're not gonna go with this.
No, I mean, dude, if you're a lemming, it's like, hey, we're gonna go see John Ratzenberger. Who the fuck is that? Oh, it's Cliff. Let's go see Cliff.
I'm a lemming. All right. Well, you know what? What we have here isn't stupid. It's smart, actually. This is the smartest podcast in existence. Don't listen to How Stuff Works or Science Pod or, Cast of Brains or Nerd Pop or
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, none of those. They got nothing on us, and I can tell you why. Because what we do is we read dictionaries. This is what we do for a living.
We do?
It's really not, because we don't get paid. But you know what? We do.
We do.
Yeah. Now you do. We read dictionaries. We bring interesting and funny words to you guys every week, and we give you definitions, and it's really fun. And I promise you it's fun because, as an example, last week our winner was Dave. You won with jerkwater. Can't believe that's a word still. Yeah. It's incredible. It's great. The city of Philadelphia thanks you. And I'm really curious. I want to know what you could do to follow that up. Dave, you get first word this week. What's your word?
All right, excellent. My word this week is pantler.
Bob, please give the very obvious spelling of this word.
That is Pantler.
That is correct. Ding, ding, ding.
And that is a tiny German lady that works the Levi's factory. She is the Hitler of pants, and she is Pantler.
We must all wear one kind of pants. Straight cut.
No, so's a stonewash.
We must eliminate the boot cut.
Oh man, German accent is the best to say boot cut. I feel like if you're going to like a store to buy jeans, and the person trying to sell you them doesn't just pull a German accent just for that word, yeah, you're gonna see that it accentuates the thighs and the hips, and then when you get down to the boot cut, then you're gonna.
I'm never not gonna do it that way now because I always shop for boot cut pants. Those are the jeans I wear, so it's even funnier because
man. I mean, we're always seeing you in work boots. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's either boot cut or I go with carpenter jeans, so that way I can put a hammer in that little loop that's on the side.
Oh, of course. Carpenter jeans. Yeah, I thought it was just because you've only just begun, basically. Like carrying carpenter jeans.
Nice.
Well, you got to have one trusty pair of jeans, and it may as well be your first.
So is this Pantler the one? Is this lady running the entire factory, or is she making all the pants herself, like one by one, ensuring that the cut is the proper cut to her specifications?
You know, I think if you were to call her Pantler to her face,
that wouldn't go well.
I don't think there would be enough repercussions. So I don't think she's like in the higher echelon. Okay. I think she's just like a line level employee, just like you. But secretly behind her back, normally, I go normally in air quotes because sometimes Pantler just will tick you off, and it's like, whatever, Pantler, and then she will poison your coffee.
Oh,
well, that's why I drink tea.
So she doesn't seem very nice. Like, yeah. Pantler, I do also like that the idea that Pantler is not just like an expert on pants, but is really trying to force a change in the pants industry in some way or another. Whether they're trying to get rid of boot cut or wantler, like, or get rid of like straight leg jeans or faded jeans or pre-torn jeans, let's say. I mean, maybe Pantler is you know, it's almost a fascist regime of pants, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I just don't know where else. I mean, you know, I don't know exactly how they would operate or anything, but I love the whole concept of that. Ryan, what do you think Pantler means?
Well, I mean, okay, so you guys remember during like the mid-90s, like it was like this cool thing, like Soundgarden came out with a song called Spoon Man, and they had a guy playing spoons in it. Well, so like some like smaller, more, you know, kind of grunge bands, like you got your Mudhoney's or your, I don't know if you want to call Sonic Youth a grunge band, I guess. They were looking for, everyone was looking for like, what's the next big thing that we can put in a song that's kind of weird, that's the dude playing a weird instrument. So, yeah, it was actually the Goo Goo Dolls that came out when the B-side, and they had a song called Pant Man, and this guy would come out and he would just be like, Pant Man, play your song, and he would just like, you know, had different kinds of jeans to make different kinds of songs. So he'd have like
scraping jeans.
Is he like maybe like throwing a belt against the jeans or something, or you know, rubbing them together a little bit? Or...
Yeah, I mean, he had all sorts of tricks, but. The real technical professional term for that street musician that plays pants is a pantler, and it did not take like Spoon Man. It doesn't record well is the problem. It's
right, not gonna... it doesn't.
It's got to be. He's got to be Canadian now. I feel like that's a uniquely Canadian thing to play some denim.
Probably.
Yeah. Was there a Canadian grunge band? Like I'm trying to think. That'd be pretty awesome if it was like Striper or like some like weird like just shitty like I don't know.
I can hear the denim swishing together in my head. You know,
come on.
Like it's yeah, it is very rhythmic, I think. But it's got that like it drags out, you know, the sound of denim. It's like wearing pants that are, you know, they come up a little high rise or something, and you walk and maybe your thighs graze against each other, so you hear the seams sort of flapping against one another or something, and it's maybe causing a rash too while we're at it, you know?
Oh.
Can we get the sound of a rash in a recording happening too?
Drop that in post, Bob.
Yeah, Bob, like, we're going to need that. Bob, I'm going to need you to get a rash in the next few days.
Dude, oh, side note, if you Google Canadian grunge bands, it's got Avril Lavigne and Alanis Morissette in there, so I guess we can just forget that dream.
There you go, appropriate. Very appropriate.
How about Nickelback?
Yep, Nickelback is actually on there. So, all right, I'm gonna.
Yeah. Wait, are they Canadian? I thought they were like from Florida.
Nah, they're Canadian, but they're also not a grunge band. So
they're really not much of anything.
They're not really a band.
They're not really a band.
Well, there's used to call him Superman. I don't remember Sorry. Okay.
I don't know what's going on. All right, Pantler. It's my guess. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go the more obvious route. Deer. I love deer. They're great animals. They always seem to roam around in the winter, especially. They got to be cold, so pantlers really are pairs of pants that are fitted for deer. And I mean, if you can make a pair of jeans, a pair of Levi's or Wranglers that are perfectly made for a doe, a deer, a female deer. I mean, it not only do they look fashionable as fuck, but I mean, it just, maybe you can get little covers that go on the tips of their antlers too to match and stuff. And I mean, it's nice for them during the winter when they're running around looking all just they look so majestic. Deer look so majestic, except for when they're being fucking shot. But hey, you know what? We all gotta eat that venison too. But I'm sure that a deer that you shoot that is wearing a pair of jeans from like American Eagle is gonna taste better than a deer that was just running around, all that meat like in their legs and like up in their their hind area. It just like all that's just getting cold. If you can keep that nice and warm and toasty, and you have like a pair of jeans that's doing that for you, softening up the meat, it's actually going to taste better. So it's really good for everyone. I think pantlers are.
Yeah, a deer in denim is worth 2 in khakis. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well,
like pleated khakis.
Yeah, you won that one. You win that round, Hinkle. Who needs khakis on a deer anyway? Like, if you have a really formal deer, I guess, can you have like? Are you going to put a tie on it?
Well, the thing is, you have to. If it's a really formal deer, you can only hunt it on Friday. Because that's the only day that it's going to have some jeans on. Otherwise, it's khaki central all week.
Oh, so are you not allowed to hunt deer in khakis and like a tie and maybe a nice like white dress shirt or something?
Well, I mean, deer still live. They abide by the same Casual Friday rules that our workplaces abide by. So
right. I feel like deer are so misunderstood. They have casual Fridays. They're just business deer that are trying to live their lives, work their 9 to 5s, go home to their their does and bucks, whoever's at home.
They got 401ks. They've got kids.
Yeah.
They've got commutes. Yeah.
I mean, it's like you have your blue tail workers and your white tail workers. And
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, some of them are working in the deer factories. And some of them are working in the deer offices, and they're wearing their ties. They've got little adorable briefcases that hang off of their antlers, too. I just really want someone to Photoshop a deer wearing a tie for me. I think it would just be the best thing ever. It would be my iPhone screen forever. I just want Word Rango's like mascot to be a deer in a tie. We'll have a meeting about that later.
Yeah.
How about a moose with a train ticket?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's a classic. Well, moose with a train ticket and a deer.
And a dream in his heart.
And a gun in his mouth.
Let's move on before I get depressed all over again. Dave, please tell me, what does pantler actually mean?
Well, pantler is the servant or officer in a great family who has charge of the bread in the pantry. So I was like, I just don't get this. Like, this is just crazy. So, like, I mean, I've met a lot of families. Like, I come from, my
Have you
grandma.
met a lot of great families, though?
Yeah,
apparently not great families. No,
just okay families.
So families. So I would imagine like the family on Seventh Heaven, like they've got a pantler. Like they've got.
What about the one on like Gilmore Girls or something?
Oh, no, because she was out of wedlock, so that's not like a great family.
Oh,
yeah,
you gotta be a great family.
Yeah, you gotta be like a big giant happy family type deal, But yeah, no, I just love the idea of like some like little dude holding a pike standing in front of the pantry is like, no, you're not allowed to have any Twinkies right now. It's like, I just want like a pita, man. I've got some hummus here. Like, I'm trying to dive into it. No.
Well, I mean, the pantler's in charge, but I also imagine them being sort of more of a servant, where it's like, that one person is going to be in charge of getting you the focaccia or something, or the baguettes or whatever.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of like a caddy for dinner, right? Like he's suggesting the right bread for your dinner.
It's like, it's
like,
he's
I'm going to go with the
expert.
baguette, and it's like, no. I think this really demands a 7-iron right now.
Those dudes, they've been out of work since the Atkins diet and stuff, but I think it's going to make a comeback because that really is such a skill, man. It's like, you talk about people like picking wines or maybe even beers to go with your meals, but when you come to that pantry and the guy's like, look, bro, like, you want to get a nice marbled rye to go with that?
Yeah,
no. You do. Like, because you just come to him and he's like in charge of this just big thing of bread. That is
Listen,
awesome.
Frank, if I wanted sourdough, I would ask for sourdough. Now get out of my way and get me those potato rolls.
Like, how do you not stand there and not just snack on bread all day and become the fattest fuck in the world?
It would be really difficult not to. But they love their jobs. I think a lot of the Pantlers, when they started losing their jobs, they've been doing this for 20, 25 years, and they are just experts in the bread industry. So they had to move on elsewhere. So they're the ones that are opening up like these breadsmith bakeries, that are just you find like one in every town or something, and they're small. You have to you got to drive like 15 minutes to get there, but it's worth it every time because they just have the best bread, and it's just they got like the best bagels and like the best muffins and all that. Like they're just experts on bread, and I think that's it's a skill that I do worry is kind of being lost. And if I could have a Pantler in my great family, first off, I'd have to have a great family to really,
qualify that. Yeah,
you got to be qualified for that. I mean, and then if I'm gonna go to a breadsmith shop, I would want to know, hey, how long have you been a Pantler? Yeah. And they're like, well, I interned as I was a Pantler apprentice.
I was a Pantler apprentice, yeah.
For maybe two, for one semester.
Yeah.
I would, in Baker's College or whatever, I would be like, this is cute. I see you're doing everything by the book. I'm going to go over to the place next door. I know they were a Pantler for 7 years, and they're more than willing to put, maybe some cranberries in their oatmeal raisin cookies, Well,
just a Pantler, I feel like a Pantler always rises to the occasion, so. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's the yeast I could do.
Oh, God damn it. Damn it, Dave. Bob, we need some corny, jokey joke sound effect for that.
Yeah, can we get a slide whistle and maybe a boing?
Taking notes for all the things we're gonna request of you in this episode. That was great. I want to just talk about bread the rest of the time. I want to talk about deer wearing ties and bread. I mean, if Pantler doesn't win, I'm gonna be shocked. But we do have 3 other words to get to, and Bob, I think you would be a good candidate to go next. What's your word this week?
Welcome to Bread Rango. My word this week, I'm telling you, this is a killer word. My word is wabbit.
Oh, it isn't.
Stop it.
Thank you to Jeff Duke Jr. for feeding me wabbit this week.
Wabbit, huh? So,
wabbit.
Is it really W-A-B-B-I-T?
It is.
Oh, son of a bitch, man. Did you accidentally stumble into the Elmer Fudd dictionary or something?
Hey, look, this week I read the entire cover of the dictionary, and then somebody else gave me wabbit.
All right, well, this is going to be an interesting one. Dave, you can go first. What do you think wabbit means?
All right, well, so you know how there's Zagat and it's there to rate all the restaurants and stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so wabbit is the same principle. It's a book that basically rates all the web patterns of spiders in the world. So it's spiders make a lot of different cool. Yeah, I know. I was setting it up to be way funnier than this, but fucking wabbit. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Funny to be interesting. You went the interesting route.
Yeah.
I kind of like this, actually.
So, I mean, everybody's always like, oh, Charlotte's web. Charlotte's got a great web. It's come on, man. We're over that in this day and age.
Her web was overrated.
Yeah, it was overrated. It was definitely overrated.
I hate to be the Skip Bayless of webs, but I am telling you that Charlotte's web was the most overrated spider webs out of all spider webs in the league.
How are you going to tell me that, Skip? How are you going to tell me that?
Have you watched Charlotte spin a web? I have not watched. Maybe Charlotte didn't actually spin her own web.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure our audience is super big into Skip Bayless and Bob right now is just fucking where's the Doctor Who references? Yeah. I don't understand what's going on.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, Charlotte's Web was number 3 out of the top webs. It's obviously Spiderwebs by No Doubt.
Yep.
The Net with Sandra Bullock.
It is Web of Spider-Man, and then Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's. I mean, I feel like if we get into the Spider-Man realm, we have a lot of different webs to pick from out of that. You know, like I think the spider web that Spider-Man shoots in Spider-Man 1, the movie with Tobey Maguire, where he puts his camera in it to take photos of himself. That was kind of brilliant. I really dug that
web was pretty gross though. That's like coming from inside of his body. Like what kind of proteins are going into that strand? I don't want to think about.
Tobey Maguire didn't eat well during that film.
Yeah, he was,
ate lots of pineapple.
Lots of bread and lots of pineapple. But yeah, no, it's a rating system, and they basically rate the webs based on, you know, volume, size, viscosity, shape, smell. You know, there's a wide criteria. So if you're wondering what a daddy long legs web is compared to, say, like a, you know, North African jumping spider, then, you know, that's the book for you. It's more of a pamphlet, really. It's kind of like 3 pages, but it's really good. It's really informative.
It's like 3 pages for the spiders, you know. Well, I think this is a wolf spider or something, and that one's tarantula, I guess. Yeah. Probably. It looked kind of hairy.
Hey, can we talk about spiders from the Amazon for a few minutes?
No.
Oh no, because I'm sure they do weird stuff to peens.
For anybody that would like to hear that, go back to episode 5, I believe, 5 or 6. And then
dicknightmares.com.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we ever did anything with that website. I think maybe it already exists. Don't go to it in case, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, make sure you go to that from your work computer. Yeah.
Yeah. Wabbit. I like that, Dave. I do. I know you're not giving yourself a lot of credit, but I would be intrigued to see a rating system. I don't know if it's like 1 earbud in, 1 earbud out or whatever. I don't know how they do it. But Wabbit, I would say I think, okay, the first issue is that it sounds, it not even sounds, it is what Elmer Fudd says when he's hunting wabbits. Yeah. And that's a problem for me because I don't know where else to go with that. I don't know where to go that isn't related to rabbits.
Right, but poor Elmer Fudd, I mean, the guy's got a speech impediment, he's got a speech problem, and here's Bob Ball bringing it up again for everybody to see.
He's a real prick like that.
Yeah.
He's a prick.
So, Wabbit, I'm having troubles, and I'm just gonna say
it's a wascally wood.
It is. It's wascally. But I would say that the sort of more obvious is that I think it's when a rabbit has a speech impediment. You know.
That flipped it on its head, like it's freaking. Maybe that's where they got the inspiration for.
Probably, like you know, and you know, I feel bad for the rabbits in that case because, you know, if you go to like a state fair or something, or you go to like an animal shelter and there's a lot of rabbits there, and then you have like, you know, you decide, okay, I'm gonna talk to a few of them and see which one. You know, it's like an interview process to see which one will come home with you. Because you really want a rabbit, your daughter wants a rabbit or something, and they're adorable. You know, they do kind of shit everywhere, but you have to just kind of be mindful of that.
They're like little
and work
pellets.
around that.
It's like it's like not even poop. It's like,
honestly, I mean, it's like they shit better than kids shit. You know, there's really not much to worry about there. I think. Maybe you could.
It's instant scenario time.
Is it,
Mike? You're walking into a pet store. And you're going to ask me, the rabbit, a question.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. I'm in the market to make one of you my best friends, and I need to know, what do you bring? What are your skills? What are your skills that you bring, that you would bring to my home that makes you an ideal candidate for the position?
I don't know. My name is Bruce.
I'm sorry.
End scene.
I don't know. My name is Bruce.
But the possibilities could have gone so many places.
Yeah, that's our best scenario ever. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is I feel bad for the wabbits of the world because they are at a disadvantage. A lot of people, they hear the words coming out of those poor wabbits' mouths, and we even call them wabbits, and that's not even really fair.
Yeah.
They're still rabbits, people. And I think then I just start saying bunny, you know, because they can say bunny, and that's good, you know. And but I still think they're adorable. I even think that when they do start saying, "Oh, well, my name's Bruce, and I'm a wabbit that really likes carrots and lettuce, and I would be very fuzzy and lovable for your daughter." You know, like those are the sorts of things where I don't hear that and just get hooked on their mispronunciations, but I just think that's a cute little rabbit, you know, like that's a cute little innocent rabbit.
And it's dinner time, and I'm very woodwidgeous, so let us play.
And a little playing rabbit, I would be all over that.
But see, that's the thing, man. Like, why can't rabbits, like, why is that got to be the only thing about rabbits, you know? Like, rabbits are a diverse group with a lot of interests, a lot of character and personality. Like, why
They've got 401ks just like deer.
They've got 401ks.
Has nobody watched Bambi? Thumper was a fucking media mogul.
No, Thumper was, like, the first case of animal Parkinson's disease, okay? Like, let's be real. Like, that dude was Michael J. Foxing pretty hard, all right?
Oh, no, animal Parkinson's.
Did you see him shaking all the time? Like, come on, man.
I think back through Word Rango's 17-year history, and the times where we talked about niggle, and the times we talked about borderline racist things, lots of stuff that, you know, I worry.
This is the most offensive. This is
the worst of all, because it's just heartbreaking, and you're breaking my heart, Dave. You're bringing Pantler, and then you suddenly break my heart with animal Parkinson's. And not only that, it has to be Thumper. And you're not wrong. Thumper had some problems. But Thumper, I think Thumper's problems were more, let's just say, medicinal. As
cocaine in origin. Like.
Because again, Thumper was also like Thumper was on his cell phone the whole time during Bambi and was just fucking, he was running lots of businesses. But you never really knew what those businesses were. But he was fucking running those businesses, and it's kind of like
taking little bumps, just like freaking
right. Yeah,
so yeah.
And I mean, where do you think Flower got all those good smells? You know, came from somewhere.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Flower was a junkie. That's kind of how that works. I don't know where we are at this point with Wabbit, but I do think that rabbits also they got jobs. And some of them have the speech issues, and we shouldn't get so hung up on that. I think they're still adorable. They're still great contributors to society, and I still want one. I want a rabbit. Can I just get a rabbit? Ryan, what do you think wabbit means?
Well, I like that this word doesn't paint us into any corners, and that's my favorite part. I would say, first of all, we're a products-based podcast. If we're anything, we come up with great ideas. Well, so this is my pitch for Wabbit. This is what it doesn't necessarily mean, but it could mean. Back during the 80s and 90s, they'd come out with all these like kids toys, but they were like games. You had like Simon Says, you had like Bop It, things like that. But what Wabbit can be, basically, it's a product. It's a rabbit-based product, but it's a game. So it's a rabbit that's been genetically modified to have 4 different panels on it, and the panels light up. And now, when it gets to your panel, you have to hit the rabbit right in the panel, in the exact order of the way that the panels are lit, and you just whab it. It's a loud game. It's not recommended for kids under the age of 3 or 4.
Do these have to be real rabbits? Because I think we just somehow just went worse than Parkinson's rabbits. We have ones that are genetically modified in labs that you then hit. Like that's what we're doing.
They have to. We have the technology. They have to be rabbits. That's the angle. I mean, if it's a plastic rabbit, it might as well be a plastic deer. Wearing jeans or some shit. So that's why. Got to be a rabbit. Got to have the 4 panels. Because part of it too is that sometimes when you're playing, the rabbit will just hop away, and you're like, shit, I'm gonna beat my high score. But
yeah, you have to chase it down, and okay,
Wabbit,
Wabbit, twisted, Boo! Pull it,
Wabbit,
wow, Wabbit, Boo! I don't know.
That's all I heard. Like when you guys said Wabbit, is I'm like thinking of that one of those like games where they're like twist it, pull it, like Wabbit.
Pet it. Ask it questions.
Feed it carrots.
Feed it carrots. Dum 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 dum. Wabbit.
Wabbit, you've been caught up in nerve. Wabbit.
You're like a guy with a lisp that gets a Charlie horse. Ah, wabbit, wabbit.
Let's see. You know what, Bob? That was all of them. I would love to know, what does wabbit actually mean that isn't at all associated with rabbit, because it obviously is.
This is primarily a Scottish term, so I got an import word this week.
Ooh.
It is exhausted or slightly unwell, weary.
So
I'm feeling a bit
wabbit.
So every moment of my existence, basically.
Every moment of your morning existence.
Yeah.
Anytime we do a podcast in the morning, which for everybody that wants to know, we're recording this in the morning.
Yeah.
And any time that we do that, most of the time, if we record early enough, I'm actually giving Dave a wake-up call where I normally sing him Bare Naked Ladies tunes. But this morning, you were actually up.
Yeah.
So we're recording it a little later than when we normally do morning shows, and in this case, you seem a little more alert. But yeah, I could tell when we got you on the phone, you were pretty dead inside.
Yeah, I was pretty tired. Look,
whoa! He is always pretty dead inside.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm super dead inside.
But like, you gain a little life throughout the day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's.
You lose a little. It's deep, guys.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some song lyric to tie it into, but I can't. I can't.
Give a little bit. Get a little bit of my Dave to you.
I said, what about... Oh, wait, that's a different song.
Careful, you don't know what part of Dave you're going to get.
Hey, you know what? It's like your bottled water. Sometimes it just doesn't matter.
Oh, shit. That would have been a great song for Bob's Jerk Water. Give a little bit of Bob in this plastic thing.
She likes me for me. Not because I look like Leonardo. Right.
Not because my runoff tastes so salty. I don't know. Ryan, let's move on. What's your word this week?
All right, my word, it's a little sensual this morning, guys. I don't know if any of you woke up with, well, all right, so my word this week is breast summer.
Wait,
breast summer?
Breast summer.
Isn't every summer breast summer?
It's the breast summer ever.
It's a breast summer.
Dave, please guess the spelling of this.
Yeah, sure. Breast summer.
You're just
Like, is that how it's spelled?
He can't get past the first part.
It is spelled exactly how you think it's spelled.
so BREASTSUMMER.
That is
All
correct.
smushed together? Is this a hyphenated word? Like, is this just...
No, it's all one word, man. That is all one word.
Breast,
Oh my God.
Breast summer.
Breast summer.
No, it's not breast summer. It's breast summer.
I can't believe this is a fucking word. And it's a compound word. I love compound words, first off. I think those are our best ones. And this might be the best one ever.
Just two words shoved together and lifted just perfectly.
Oh, man, we're going to have so many, like, any female listener we have is, like, rolling their eyes and just...
Well, men have breasts. Come on.
It's just a nice time of year, and they're just fat. They're just fat. And it's 80 degrees out. It's very warm out right now. Dave, what do you think breast summer means?
All right, so you know how there's, like, leap years? So we also have a concept called breast summers, which is it's an indeterminate span of time. So it could be like, like it can happen 1 year and then it'll be a 10-year drought and then it'll happen again. But it is basically that moment when you go swimming during the summer and you catch a girl's top part of their bikini malfunction and some breast cysts come plopping out, and it's a very great, wonderful time. It's kind of like an eclipse. It's seeing an eclipse. It's just like, wow, it's amazing. It's really,
especially when they hover in front of the moon. That's when it's really
when they fall in front of the moon. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that is breast summer. It doesn't happen often. It's few and far between. But every time it is so sweet. Oh, so sweet.
By the moon, I mean, like, if a dude loses his trunks and in front of her, and you don't see that, like, you don't see the hairy ass or whatever, like,
is that like? I mean, could there be any situation that could devalue breast assists like more? in such an immediate fashion. Because, like, I mean, if I saw
if I saw breast summer moon.
If I saw some boobies and then like some dude's butt came out, I'd just be like, oh, those boobies are ruined now.
It's
like,
a breast summer followed up by a bad moon rising.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Yeah.
I see a bad moon rising. I see hair on some flesh.
Okay, well,
I know that dude is bending over.
You keep going. You keep going.
I will continue until I'm told to stop. Yeah. So Dave, you went. I mean, it's not like I hate like obvious, but I mean, it's impossible to not when you're presented with breast summer. I mean, you're describing something that, of course, I think came to a lot of our heads. And I think we're a lot. I was thinking something similar, but I like it obviously because I guess I'm a boob guy. So
I was not thinking that because I'm an evolved higher being.
Okay, prove it, Bob. What do you think breast summer
Is your
means?
wife in the room, Bob, right now?
She watching you? Is she watching you with her arms crossed, tapping her foot and looking at you?
Yeah, because that is totally that answer that you give right then and there.
Yeah.
Breast summer. Breast summer is a little used word. Okay. Here, I will show you that I'm an evolved being.
Try it.
I got this. Breast summer is a secret handshake.
Ooh.
You know, it's like a secret.
I like secret handshakes.
Secret handshake used by the members of a secret organization
called women.
Higher being called McDonald's.
Okay.
I think I failed at higher being there. McDonald's. You see, a long time ago, this one and only guy was let's say he was called Old McDonald. He had this immense farm. And on this farm, he had
boobs.
Boobs.
Come on, go ahead.
Boobs.
Go ahead.
Boobs.
If by boobs you mean intercontinental ballistic missiles, yes, by all means, he had boobs.
McDonald was hardcore.
Now, because Old McDonald was actually, let's say it was a code name for General Owen McDonald, the inventor of the I'm going to try that word.
Incontinent for like it's like you're incontinent in Europe and then you cross over to Asia and you're still incontinent. Is that what you're saying? Pissing everywhere. I've pissed everywhere, man.
He also eventually opened up an unsuccessful chain of phallically shaped restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
haven't we had one of those? We've
it's Long Dong Silver's. Yeah,
Long Dong Silver's.
You never been there? Never been to Long Dongs?
No, I
feel like that's somewhere especially for San Francisco.
Didn't we have a restaurant chain that we started that had parts Star Wars and parts something else, and I thought it was dick related? It usually is whenever we do anything.
The Balls
on
Isley Cantina? I don't know.
You're rocking the puns today.
I know. Jeez, Dave. Like, wake Dave early enough, and he's like freaking. Hey, tell me if you heard this one
before my brain gets time to just devolve throughout the course of the day.
Right. Okay, so breast summer for you, Bob. I get it. I know that Old McDonald was a sketchy motherfucker, and people don't quite realize that. That's fine. I was worried you were going to go in a direction that I'm going to go with breast summer. See...
Well, I'll tell you what. You tell me the first sentence of what you were going to say, and then I'll finish it.
No. What I will do is I will say that it was related to a past word that we've done. I will give you that word. You will then know exactly where I'm going. Okay?
It is boob winter.
Nope. It is clandestine.
Ooh.
Because if people go back to when we discussed clandestine, great word, really great word, we remember that clamdestine was when Red Lobster served clams for like a short period of time. Mm-hmm. So now, look, they're not the only chain that does stuff like this. Breast summer is when Chick-fil-A has special deals on chicken breasts, chicken breast sandwiches. Oh. And breast summer, look, how do you get the deal? You show up wearing a bikini top. is what you do. Easier for girls
smart.
to pull off, not as easy for guys to pull off. It's kind of weird, but hey, if you walk in there and you're going to get a 99-cent, chicken breast sandwich that's delicious, that's breast summer. It doesn't last very long. It's, once a year. And it's during the summer. Who even eats a steamy, hot chicken breast sandwich when it's like 95 degrees out?
Yeah, it's a tough thing to sell.
But, it works.
Yeah, I just love the idea, like, going in with a bikini top, like, you want more skin to get salmonella on. Like, yeah, I want to go get this raw chicken. It's like, oh, I might as well be as close to naked as possible.
Right.
Thanks. They're marketing geniuses.
Yeah. I mean, we had clandestine, so you do clandestine at night. You do breast summer during the day for lunch.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like Dave's saying, like the FDA is not going to be super happy about what's going on during that. It's a lot more sanitary than loin autumn, though, because that part of the meat, it's just
yeah, rank. So that's what I think breast summer means. This is pretty great. I want to know, though, Ryan, what does breast summer actually mean?
Some titties. What?
What does breast summer mean?
Breast summer. I just get like cruel summer, but breast summer. Oh,
breast
that's great.
summer. Oh, yeah.
Breast summertime, Okay. So yeah, breast summer. See, this is kind of a shout out to Bob here. This is a word that's got a great, it's got a great ring to it, great sound to it. Just rolls off the tongue, and you just. But the definition maybe doesn't quite. I don't know. It's all right. Sure.
Okay.
A breast summer is a beam or a girder placed horizontally over an opening. So when you walk into a house, you're like, breast summer. It's just sitting there supporting the house.
Oh.
And I like to say that breast summer supports my house.
Wait,
nice.
so can that mean like if you're walking across a plank to get between like two places? Like, I mean, you said this is like a plank or a beam that separates or joins together, like a gap or something, or?
Yeah, it's put over an opening. Like, so if you've got like a hallway or a doorway, like you've got a breast summer right on the top there to support it.
Oh,
basically.
man. Nice.
It's a common, I mean, you guys, I got breast summers in my house.
So
you guys have breast summers in your house?
I'm just one step ladder away from touching the titty at all times, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, you've always got it's breast summer every day.
Okay.
In Dave.
So if there's a breast summer, somebody's sporting some wood.
There you go. You're not
Nailed it.
Stuck that landing.
Man, you were not kidding about this being kind of a boring definition. It's unfortunate because, I mean, it's breast summer. You want the word to be great and all that. But, hey.
It is.
It doesn't
matter.
Word,
It does not matter.
That has turned the three of us against your word, Ryan.
Well, here's the thing about word Rango, guys. You can take a word that has just, a meaning that, it's never really going to make it catch on. That's the thing with these words. Mm-hmm. They're weird words and obscure because their definitions are not always, something that people are going to seek after and use. But
you mean like pantler? Yeah.
Like pantler, like ganj, like a great word. Like I don't remember what it means.
So far, I think that's the case meanings. You're right. I think so far that's the case for every word this week. Wabbit, pantler, breast summer. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I got to say though, that I do like a kind of a bread bon vivant, who like just picks out your bread for a bread caddy.
Yeah, that one so far is best definition. But yeah, for sure. But we got one more, and that's me. And I am telling you, I rather enjoy my word this week. Although I'm, much props to you guys because it's a great week. We're knocking it out of the park. My word this week to close it out is Daisy Peigle.
Daisy Peigle. Is this like is this the Duke boys like friend in some Lord of the Rings version of
It's like them Duke boys are going to Mordor.
Daisy Peigle is what it is. Someone has to take a crack at spelling it.
Jesus.
Bob?
I'm on it.
Okay.
It is DAISY PIEGEL. Daisy Peigle.
No, it is DASYPYGAL.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Daisy Peigle? Daisy Peigle.
It's pronounced Daisy Peigle. But it does look a little different. You got those two Y's in there, kind of sexy. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
That's Daisy Peigle. Ryan, I want to know what the first thing is that's coming to your mind for this.
Man. Well, with Daisy Peigle, the thing is like math is hard, right? We know that. It's one, and the thing is I don't know about you guys,
Long
but when
fucking
I was
division, God.
Terrible.
Impossible.
Fractions?
Impossible.
Addition. Right?
I just do addition by subtraction. I figure if you subtract enough, you'll get back to where you need to be.
You'll just go backwards and lap the spectrum. Just go back.
You're going to make it right back around.
Yeah,
right? That's how the number system works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
The universe is round. I mean, I'll get there.
You keep heading towards infinity. Eventually, you're going to go back to zero. It's math. Come on. When I was in school, I don't know about you guys, but man, I've kind of felt like until I got to junior high, the females in my class were always way better at math.
Yeah,
and it's just the way it was. And then all of a sudden something happens where math becomes uncool, which is lame, but they're trying all these different programs out to make it so that it's a lot more hip for everybody. And they're especially trying to hit teenage girls. And this is actually true. I'm not even making this part up because that's an actual thing. But Daisy Peigle, it's basically a chickified version of math. Geometry. You're going to take it. Daisy Peigle is a whole curriculum to make it so that math is fashionable. Math will take you to the mall. Math, Selena Gomez, right? I'm trying to. They're basically trying to chickify math for junior high girls.
Selena Gomez, the mathlete, is like kind of where we're at.
Mathlete. Strawberry math cake. Different than strawberry meth cake. Just any kind of thing that, what do teenage girls like these days? I don't know. Texting.
Christina Aguilera, I guess. I don't know.
I'm sure she's in the mix there.
What a girl wants.
Periods. They all love periods, right?
No, they don't.
That's why they keep having them. Like they're just all about it.
No, that's something that's not by choice. I think if they had a choice, they'd be like, fuck that.
Only commas.
Only commas.
Only decimal
this
points.
This is a sentence that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend.
Semicolon.
I was thinking decimal points to stick with the math thing, but no, you guys are right. I like it. Exponents. You're right about something with all this, Ryan. Math is so uncool, and yet it's so essential to our world. And the people that impress me damn near the most, as far as like smart people out there, are the ones that are super incredible at math and can figure out shit, engineering wise, and in the sciences, and they have that skill because they learned and they paid attention in all the points that probably none of us did. Hey,
Mike.
What?
2 + 2, 4.
Yeah, Bob's got it.
You lost me. But yeah, it's interesting, and you're not wrong that those programs do exist, and some of them I do wonder if they get really gender stereotypical with their approaches.
That's what They need to they need a whole curriculum. We're talking. Geometric tampons. We're talking, just things to for a adolescent kind of girl that needs to stick with math. They're trying to make it hip. Everything's pink.
Right.
Everything's purple.
Everything's designed by Lisa Frank.
Sure.
Okay, ladies, how many sides are on a dodeca tampon?
Oh.
Dodeca tampons,
man. You're just square pegging a round hole there.
That's airtight, man. That's airtight right there.
That's lockdown.
Let's move on because I think we got to get through this show. It's a long show.
Sure.
Dave,
yo,
what do you think Daisy Peigle means?
All right, so let me ask you guys this: have you ever, and I mean ever, seen somebody eating pie outdoors, like outside?
Yes.
No, you haven't. You never had. So that's the crazy thing, right?
What were they eating?
Well, we've seen people.
Key lime pie doesn't.
You need a roof over your head while you're eating pie. We've seen people eat cake outdoors. Like cake's fine. You can eat it no problem. You don't have to worry about a bear coming up and killing you over some cake. But pie is so good and so valued by the animal kingdom that there is a specific subsect of gulls that go around looking for pie to scoop up from unsuspecting people walking down on the street. That's why we've never come up with a more portable version of pie, because it would just be endangering humankind. It just would not be good. It would not be a good thing. And these gulls are violent, man. I mean, they have their own favorite types of pie. They'll do anything to get pie. It's just a really vicious thing, and they're called Daisy Pie Gulls because Daisy, and the fact that they're like, oh, that's like a cool animal. It's like doing little tricks. It's luring me into a false sense of security while I sit here and scarf on my piece of loose pie. And then it's like, oh, and then it just pounces and comes after you, and it just goes right for your pie. And you worked hard. You deserve that pie. You should have that pie. But that gull won't let you have it. And maybe you're a kid on a playground, and maybe it's something happens and it scars you for life. And, maybe your dad's disappointed in the way you handled it because it's just a bird, and you should have been more forceful and asserted your dominance over it because you're at the top of the food chain. Or maybe you're just a kind, pleasant soul who doesn't think they should hurt any kind of life form in this world and just wishes, your dad would return your phone calls. But it's just not how it is. They're Daisy Pie Gulls. They're out there. They want your pie. They like cherry best. Watch your back, protect your neck. Wu-Tang Financial.
Oh, God damn, Dave.
We should always wake Dave up to do the show.
We should always do that. I'm gonna call a friend of his and just have him knock Dave out for like 4 hours before we record in the evenings too. If there was any sort of subliminal message that we're trying to deliver in all of our episodes of Word Rango, it's that our pies are in danger. We have Daisy Pie Gulls. We also have the homeless people that are stealing pies off the windowsill.
Yep.
See, here's the thing. See, what I actually took from that is, are we comparing seagulls to hobos? Like, is there this overlap?
Well, they're hobo fucking seagulls. These are seagulls that aren't like deer. They're not like rabbits that are going out and getting their own fucking jobs. They're trying to steal our pie.
Oh my God, are seagulls the hobos of the skies?
Yes. Undoubtedly.
I
know people are going to say that about pigeons, but pigeons, I think, are smarter. They're more like, not hobos, but they're more like a gang mentality with pigeons.
Seagulls or pigeons are just one paycheck away from being seagulls, right? I mean, isn't that how? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? You're not wrong. They are the shittiest birds. We have seagulls everywhere around here. I never realized, though, that they were after my pie. And I'm grateful because I've only eaten pie indoors and I've never made that mistake. But just imagine if I took a sweet slice of pumpkin pie or apple pie outside. Oh, son of a bitch. I mean,
it's gonna be gone.
And they try and lure you in thinking, oh, there's a fun little seagull, and they're all behind you at that same time.
He's like standing on one foot. He's kind of like jumping around, flapping his wings every now and then, being really energetic. Those gulls are the reason why diners were invented. They used to just throw the food at you while you sat on the curb, but no, now it's like, we've got these gulls after our pie. Pie's too fucking good. Like, let's put a roof up. Let's serve these people indoors. We're not going to wash the dishes, but let's serve them indoors. And that's how your Greasy Spoon Diner came to be in America.
Also, we're wasting a lot of food throwing it.
Throwing hot buckets of slop just at people sitting on curbs.
Fries fresh out of the fryer. Here you go. Oh, my hands.
And there are always like 4 seagulls, or Daisy Pie Gulls, I should say, in the bunch that are just fucking ready to shit on you when it's all
they're
done.
Like raptors, man. They hunt in packs. They're really smart.
And they can open doors, too, like raptors.
Yep.
Wait, raptors are the seagulls of the dinosaur world?
No, I meant the Toronto.
Where do you think they evolved from?
I meant the Toronto raptors, like...
Vince. The Toronto raptors.
Oh, yeah, EDK, sure.
Yeah, no one else is paying their bills.
They're
they gotta
always
get their
traveling together.
Somewhere.
They're always together,
They're in packs.
They're trying to steal your pie.
Yeah. And Vince Carter wants your pie.
Guys, we're a Canadian basketball team.
Yeah.
He really wants
Vince
your pie.
Carter, huh?
Yeah, he wants your pie.
Power forwards are the ones to watch out for.
Pie were forwards.
Nice. I'll allow it.
I am in love with this definition. I really am, because I think what I love about this episode is, unlike other Word Rangos, where we're just hooked on dick jokes, we are telling everybody about how the animal kingdom actually operates. And Daisy Piegels, man, you got to watch out. Now, when we talk about each one's having preferences, is that a regional thing? That's kind of how I'm picturing it as being a regional thing. Like, is there like Ryan, where you live, you and Bob, are there certain sorts of pie that are really popular there, and that's what the Daisy Piegels there are always going after also?
See, I don't know. I see more like up here. It's like very like non-specific as far as those kind. Like we don't have any traditions. Like don't really have much going on in that way of that. I'm thinking like the South, like those Daisy Piegels, like a peach pie, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
They're gonna love it. I'm thinking like the Northeast, like they're gonna love a pie made of weird accents and like really being dicks to each other.
Yeah, Austin has the Frito pie, which is not a pie, but it's still kind of a pie.
Yeah, I mean, every region kind of has their pie, except for the Northwest. We really don't have.
Right. We've got like a cheese pie. It's like, you got...
Yeah, that's what you guys would probably have.
4 different kinds of cheese, and then there's like Cheese Whiz, and Cheez-Its are in there too. It's a Cheez-It crust, actually.
Is that true?
No, it would be awesome.
Oh, because I was going to say, like, you're saying that. I'm like, I could totally see that. The more I was going on about that,
the more I was like, well, I'd try that once at like a state fair.
But only if it's deep fried.
I've said state fair too many times in this episode. Let's get to the next guess. Bob, I think you're up for the last one. What do you think Daisy Piegel means?
How long has this show gone on? Like a week and a half?
Yeah, it has.
Okay. Fine. I will do something very short. Here, I'll sing you a song.
Oh, God.
Ninja, ninja, ninja-ing the ninja-verse. You and your ninja arithmetic will certainly smoke bomb.
What?
There you go.
It's like the one-man, off-Broadway ninja show. Like, ninja in the city.
What is that? Is that Sarah Jessica Raphael?
Yeah.
Oh, right. But the season where they were like, this isn't working, guys. We need to bring in freaking Lucy Liu, like ninja, like character.
Well, they decided to have a musical episode about ninjas.
When you were talking about math, all I could think of was ninja arithmetic for some reason. Like, get out of my head, ninjas!
Well,
you decided to just sing it out.
Ninjas can only subtract. They can't add. That's ninja arithmetic.
That sounds like a Chuck Norris joke or something.
Yeah, Chuck Norris only knows subtraction. Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Well, that's the first time I think we've ever had a definition given that was in song. So I commend you, Bob, for that.
Good job.
You're breaking new ground for us. Daisy Piegel. I will give you guys the actual definition. Fucking hold on to your butts. It's a good one. It means having a hairy buttocks.
No.
Yep. Daisy Piegel means having a hairy ass. So when I was talking earlier about how, with breast summer, the way that word works, look, it's it's good to have the eclipse because you don't want to accidentally catch a glimpse of the Daisy Piegel that's ahead.
Ooh.
So there you go.
So you were setting up your own word.
Correct. Which makes me the wordsmith of the week. Actually, it doesn't, because you guys really have nailed it. It's probably Dave if I had to pick one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Daisy Piegel means having a hairy ass. Pretty great. The show has gone on for quite a long time, so I think we're going to skip scenario this week. We had a 3-second one earlier, so I guess that counts. But that's fine. We'll do scenarios sometimes. We'll do them not, or we won't. Whatever.
What are you, Shakespeare? I don't understand what's going on
words
here.
make good speak well, Mike.
Let's do them not.
Let us not, yes, do an escalator pitch quick, though. First up, Dave.
Whoa.
Dave, you have to give us your escalator pitch super quick for Pantler.
Pantler. It's just awesome. Like, I mean, check your pantry. You might have a little dude in there with a sharp stick who's just, protecting your last package of hot dog buns. Like, I mean, it's just awesome. It's just an awesome concept. It's an awesome word. And show that guy some love, because he makes sure that you have a nice, rye bread available for your pastrami sandwiches.
Yeah, and none of the Sara Lee bullshit.
Yeah,
We're talking legit.
Yeah. Fuck a Lee. Get down with the Pantler.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Burn your icons, kill your gods, but praise your pantler.
Delete your desktop icons.
Delete your desktop shortcuts.
Delete them all.
That's like we've already established that that's all Dave's desktop is like, icons. Oh shit, I need to bookmark this.
He finally is moving to a nice dock, is what he's doing. Yeah. Bob, please give us your escalator pitch for Wabbit.
Dave is docking? What?
Oh.
Hey, what if the Foo Fighters song Exhausted had been called Wabbit? You would love it even more.
Would I?
Matchbox 20's song Unwell? What if it was called Wabbit? You would love it even more. And who doesn't want to kill the Wabbit?
And also, who doesn't?
Wabbit.
All right.
And also Wabbit. You know what? Ryan, you should vote for this word because you are going to hear this word a lot. You have kids. They say, look at that fluffy bunny Wabbit. Wabbit.
Yes, my kids have speech impediments.
Well, all kids do, though. I mean, like, when they're really young, they don't know how to fucking talk. That's part of the adorableness of it all.
Yeah, I don't know. My kids, they pronounce words pretty well.
It's what keeps you from eating them.
But you know what? You'll hear it a lot because it means being exhausted and all that. So yeah, I mean that works.
Oh, I'm so Wabbit right
now.
One of the best singer-songwriters in the 1970s, Eddie Wabbit.
Ryan, breast summer.
I'm glad I didn't lead with that joke.
Oh, man, it's hard to follow Dave's puns. Don't worry, Bob. Yeah, dude, breast summer, the thing is like, come on down to Applebee's. Going July through August. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. We got breast summer. Applebee's.
breast.
The best part of that Applebee's commercial is going to be the fact that all the ladies are fully clothed and it's only guys in those tops.
No, actually, it's just Guy Fieri in a bikini top, and it's his personal breast summer.
I'm picturing like a 60-second ad, so they spent a lot of money for this placement, and it really is just Guy Fieri standing there against like a solid like colored background, and it's just completely quiet, and he's just basically making love to the camera, looking at it and kind of groping himself and kind of like
I picture Guy Fieri in a bikini top, and it's just 30 seconds of him slowly chugging a gigantic bottle of ranch dressing, and he's just slowly taking big deep gulps. He's not even looking at the camera. He doesn't acknowledge it. He doesn't finish, and that's just a commercial. It picks up in the middle of him drinking that ranch, and like, so that's it. That's Guy Fieri all day. He's just drinking
diners,
ranch.
drive-ins, and nightmares for me. I
know, wow.
He's just drinking ranch, getting shit done, wearing shirts that have flames on them, and just like, he's just getting it in, man. That's Guy Fieri style.
That is Guy Fieri style. Holy fuck. All right, so after that visual, I have to give you Daisy Peigle, which is an even better visual. It's a hairy ass. So now we have a hairy-assed Guy Fieri, which he's got like ice tips.
Yeah, so it's like white hair all over his
hair. Yeah.
And he has like a fucking visor with sunglasses on top of it, Oakley's, that are also sitting on his ass.
Like a flame tattoo.
Coming up
his thighs. Yeah.
Right. Wow. I mean, look, Daisy Peigle, when you talk about hairy asses, nobody really enjoys that. If you do, look, keep it to yourself. But Daisy Peigle is a fun way to describe that. And then on top of that, we have to continue letting everybody know about the infestation of Daisy Peigles that are trying to eat our delicious pies. So, and also mathletes. Can't go wrong. Sing a couple songs. It's great stuff. Daisy Peigle is a fantastic word. I hope you guys vote for it. And in order to get to that, we gotta get these votes going. So Dave, we'll have you start. You have to pick between Wabbit, Breast Summer, and Daisy Peigle.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna have to go with Daisy Peigle for my number one, which I know is against the grain as far as my word choices go, but I just feel like it was the most original of those three. And
you sound into
for
it,
number
for
2,
sure.
yeah, of course. I'm gonna have
to go with Daisy Pygel.
No, I have many a dream about knife fighting a seagull over a piece of pie. So, I'm gonna have to go with that one, number 1, and number 2. Sorry, Bob, I'm gonna have to go with Breast Summer, because I'm a goddamn
That
third.
one's right.
Hey, Dave, don't apologize to me. Why don't you apologize to America?
Oh no, I don't think he has to. Knowing American culture, I don't think he has to apologize one bit. I think they're probably pretty behind this.
Yeah,
They're already standing in line at Chick-fil-A and Applebee's right now.
Yeah, they are. All right, great. Thank you, Dave. That means I'm up next. I have to pick between Pantler, Wabbit, and Breast Summer. You guys killed it this week. You absolutely killed it. Some great words. My number 1 choice, I'm a little surprised with myself at it, but I think it's, well, maybe not. I did sing its praises earlier. I gotta say Pantler.
Nice.
I fucking love Pantler. I love the existence of someone that, we have a lot of stuff where it's like we choose to believe the definitions that we come up with because they're pretty funny. But in this case, the actual definition absolutely held its own the most out of any of the other words. And it's awesome. I love the idea of a little bread guy that is absolutely taking care of your shit. It's great stuff. So yeah, Pantler is my number 1. My number 2 now, this is tough as well. I think I'm also gonna have to go with Breast Summer. Wabbit's a really good word, but because of its just sheer closeness to rabbit, as opposed to just the funny compound word that Breast Summer is, I gotta go with that. So that's my number 2. Ryan, you have to pick between Wabbit, Pantler, and Daisy Pygel.
Oh, man. Well, yeah. Pantler, I don't think we haven't had too many words where like the actual definition was almost better than all the definitions that we came up with. Right. Or maybe it is. Because, yeah, I mean, I just feel like that. I want that. Like, I want like a fucking just bread person. I want a pantry with like all these different kinds of breads and someone to just recommend like a kind of bread. Well, I mean, you need to have a great family first. So I don't know if I'm ever going to get there.
Well, keep trying, man. Keep trying. That's where all the fun is.
If you need to try another family, you're going to have to go for that sooner rather than later.
You got to have that Pantler, dude. It's worth it.
You need a hostile takeover of a rival family. And just, there you go.
A great family, sure.
So you're going Pantler number 1.
Going Pantler number 1. Number 2 is a little... it's a tough one because I do like both of those words quite a bit, and I don't like hairy asses. But I'm not fond of Elmer Fudd, so I'm gonna have to go Daisy Pygel.
All right,
just think of the seagulls and
seagulls. Think of the seagulls. And for the record, by the way, I mean, yes, Pantler has a great definition, but I don't know, man. I'm not going to let go of corporate deer that are just living their lives and wearing pants. I kind of enjoy that. All right, and Bob, it's on you. You have to pick between Pantler, Breast Summer, and Daisy Pygel.
Can I vote for Wabbit?
No, you cannot vote for Wabbit.
At least as my second pick?
No, you still can't do that because this could be
as your third pick.
We're talking potential tiebreakers here. You got to vote.
Okay. Oh, you know what I could do? I would like to vote Breast Summer as my number 1 pick.
Okay.
What are you plotting here? What's good?
What are you doing?
I would like to vote
Wait a minute, what are you doing?
Daisy Pygel as my number 2 pick.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, shit. Did he 3-way tie it?
He knows math.
Wow.
We've created a monster.
That was legitimately...
Who was a mathlete? I was a mathlete.
That was legitimately a math ninja move. So we have a 3-way...
Ninjaing the Ninjaverse.
we have a 3...
You and your ninja arithmetic will certainly smoke bomb.
That's more of a Batman thing. Well, yeah, it's a little both. Okay, so we have a 3-way tie this week. Dave, Ryan, and I tied with Pantler, Breast Summer, and Daisy Pygel. I think this is one of the more legitimate of any of our ties. I could see the tie coming from a mile away, and it turned out the tie was on a deer.
It was a full Windsor.
It was a really nice tie. Very nice. Can't wait to loosen that tie though when we hit about 5 o'clock. So that's our show this week. If people want to get in touch with us and say, you know what, I think this word should have won out of the bunch, Daisy Peigle. Bob, how do they do that?
If you'd like to vote for Wabbit, you can join us on the Gmails, wordrango@gmail.com. Also, a great way to get in touch with us is the Twitters. All of them. All the Twitters. We're at WordRango on the Tweetenstein. This week we got Twitter love from people like Obo Crazy, The Rogue's Life, Pod on Pod, Procreative Tweets, Stitcher Radio, Acropop. Also, you can get us on Facebook, facebook.com/WordRango. Special thanks to Andy Dicktel, who was really just loving the hell out of us on the My Brother, Me fan page. You can listen to all kinds of fun little clips on SoundCloud of us, soundcloud.com/WordRango. This show is available exclusively wherever the internet is sold. You can check us out in the sale aisle on Stitcher and on iTunes. We would prefer to have as many stars as allowed by your local municipality. And next week, awesomeness! Some restrictions apply.
Yeah. And if you're going to go anywhere on the internet, I recommend bit.ly/WordRango. It'll take you to our iTunes page where you can leave us a review and a 5-star rating. And, just get to know us. Get to know us. We're on clearance every week. It's a free show, lots of entertainment. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We're, like Bob is saying, we got episode 50 coming next week. It's so incredible. I love the fact that we're hitting episode 50. We'll have something fun in store for that, and then we'll kind of get back on the regular schedule. And it's just share the episode. Like, there's no better time than to share this episode, share just the show with a friend, and kind of get them on board, because this is, learning is fun, and we're making learning fun by giving people words and all that stuff. Fun.
Some restrictions apply.
Many restrictions apply. And that's that. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with something real special, and then later on with 4 more words. This has been Word Rango. Watch out for those fucking seagulls. Just do it. Just watch out.
Eat your pie within a safe shelter.
Go get your pie.
Make sure you have a gun handy. Or one of those like little electronic rackets that like look like tennis rackets, but they're used to like kill moths. Maybe they can kill a seagull. I don't know. I don't know how smart a seagull is.
They cannot kill hobos.
They can't kill hobos. I know that much. They'll just annoy them. But luckily, hobos are so weak and malnourished they can't really chase you. So stop eating pie. Eat a hobo. Eat a hobo.
Save a pie. Eat a hobo.
Save a pie. Eat a hobo.
All right. Well, I think that's a way to close.
Yeah, I guess it is.
All right.
So if you're nosegay and they send you to one of those camps to fix you, do they?
I thought it would be like plastic surgery, like they try and just adjust you. You can change how the nose looks on the outside, but it's always going to be the same on the inside.
Yeah, and Catholics only want you to blow your nose once a year for a very strict purpose. You're not allowed to blow your nose.
Do you blow your own nose? Because that takes a lot of stretching.